All right, you're welcome to our today's lecture. We are still on Npce review. So today we look at anatomy and physiology. All right, so the first question for today says, which compartment contains all the fluid located inside cells bounded by their plasma membranes? Which compartment contains all the fluid located inside cells bounded by their plasma membranes? A, interstitial. B, transcellular. C, intracellular. D, extracellular. What's the answer? Well, are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you please say the option A and D? I missed it.
Okay. Option A says interstitial. Option D says extracellular.
D.
D is what?
No, I didn't get the D.
D is extracellular.
Okay, I've heard you.
So what's the answer?
I think it's in intracellular.
It's intracellular. Yes, the answer is intracellular. So intracellular compartment contains the intracellular fluid. So from the name intracellular, it comprises all the fluid that is contained within the cell. So it's intracellular. So within the cell, bounded by the plasma membrane. Actually, intracellular fluid contains dissolved substances and what have you. In fact, it's the largest single fluid compartment in the body. It's the largest single fluid compartment in the body. So other options are not correct. Why are they not correct? Interstitial compartment contains interstitial fluid. In fact, this is a part of extracellular fluid. Actually, intracellular fluid is a part of extracellular fluid. So interstitial fluid is found outside the cell. That's why it is extracellular. But it's found in between the spaces between cells. Spaces between cells. That's where they find interstitial fluid. So that's why A is not the answer, because interstitial fluid is still extracellular fluid. Option B says transcellular fluid. Transcellular fluid is also a part of the extracellular fluid, but is a specialized subset of the extracellular fluid. Where is it found? It is found in the epithelial lining, of some species. Species like uh, um, the cavity, peritoneal cavity, and what have you. Examples of such fluid are the cerebrospinal fluid, spinal fluid, synovial fluid. This cerebrospinal fluid surrounds the what? From the term cell, it's talking about the what? The brain. Is that clear? Surround the brain and what the
Yes, sir.
synovial fluid is found inside the joints, synovial cavity. Have you seen it now? Inside the synovial cavity, you do have peritoneal fluid and what have crural fluid, all those things, all those they are just between the spaces surrounding some organs in the system and some filling some joints, some cavities like joint spaces. So it is not an intracellular fluid because it's not inside a cell, it is outside a cell. So an extracellular fluid. So, but option that's why option B is not the answer. Then option D says extracellular fluid. Extracellular fluid, yes, comprises all those ones I have been mentioning. So it is found outside the cells. It's not inside the cell. So that's why the answer is what? C, intracellular. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next question says, which term denotes the total volume of fluid that lies outside of cells? This one is simple now. Which term denotes the total volume of fluid that lies outside of cells? Interstitial, transcellular, intracellular, extracellular. What's the answer? A, interstitial.
Extracellular.
Huh? Give me. I'm coming. Let me set my. It seems I will start writing some. Just give me a few minutes. Let me set up my camera so I can write some spelling on the board. Is that clear?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Don't go. Don't just give me some few minutes. Let me.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Can you see the board clearly?
Yes, sir.
Good. Interstitial. Interstitial. Can you see what I wrote on the board?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is it?
Interstitial.
Good. So that's what I mean by interstitial fluid. Is that clear? So
Yes,
what is
sir.
the answer? What's the answer?
The number two, I'm assuming it's extracellular.
We don't assume here. I'm coming.
You said you made mention on the option on the first question that all these things, all the both interstitial, transcellular, they are all almost talking about extracellular.
Okay, sorry for the. Okay, you said you assume is what?
From the number one question, you explained that interstitial and transcellular, they all fall under extracellular. So that's why I'm
Okay,
coming to terms to think that the number two answer should be that extracellular.
okay, okay. You are correct. That's the answer. Actually, that is the what answer, because you talk about the fluid outside the cells. Fluid outside where? The cells. Okay,
Well,
that is the
yes, sir.
answer. Because just as I said before now, extracellular fluid includes all the fluid, body fluids outside the cell. In fact, let me even break it down well. Extracellular fluid contains, excuse me, okay. Extracellular fluid is comprises of one. We have the plasma. Plasma is part of the extracellular fluid. Interstitial fluid is also part of the extracellular fluid. Transcellular fluid is also part of the what? Extracellular fluid. But all those option A says interstitial. If you're not careful, you may go and choose interstitial and say that interstitial is extracellular fluid. No. Even though, yes, interstitial is extracellular fluid, but interstitial is just a part of the extracellular fluid. It's not, interstitial fluid is not all the fluid outside the body. Plasma is an extracellular fluid, but plasma, you cannot say, okay, let me say, even transcellular. So plasma is there, plasma is on its own. Even though, yes, if you start going deep, I don't want to go deep into that, but I want you to understand that both the interstitial, transcellular, and what again, the other option. Yeah, these are the two that can be confusing. Interstitial and what? Transcellular. These are the ones that can be what? Confusing. Are we together? These are the
Yes,
ones
sir.
two of them make up the what? Are found are under extracellular fluid. Two of them are under what? Extracellular fluid. But the total, this now outside is the what? Extracellular fluid outside the cell. Interstitial is part of it. This one is also part of it. Plasma. Is plasma found between tissues? Where is plasma found?
It's found inside the tissues.
Which tissue? Be specific. Interstitial is in between cells. So where is plasma found?
Cell membrane.
Plasma. What are you saying? Huh? Have you done this in the class?
No, sir. No, sir.
Don't worry. You are trying. Don't worry. You still do it. You are trying. I'm listening. Just tell me what you know. Hope you can see the board clearly.
Yes, but it's somehow it's not. The camera is facing towards. It's making it look like as if you're writing from the back.
Ah,
Like the yes.
mirror image. How is it now?
Better now. I can see it very clear.
Is it dissenting?
No, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
It looks like normal writing now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So back to what you are saying. Just let me just share what you know. Don't worry. If you feel it, I'll correct you. Don't worry. Just share what you know. I want you to search your brain so
Sir,
that
please can you come again
you
with the
know.
question?
Okay. I said that's okay. Let me read the question. I said, which term denotes the total volume of fluid outside that lies outside of cells? Outside of cells. If you're not careful, if you look at this question, you become confused. Because interstitial is outside the cell. No be so.
Not so.
Transcellular is outside the cell. Transcellular is outside the cell. Extracellular is also outside the cell. It's only intracellular that is inside the cell. So what are you going to do? That's what I'm trying to explain here. That's what I'm trying to explain here. That's interstitial and extracellular. They are part of the what? Sorry, interstitial and the interstitial transcellular. Three of them. Even though plasma is not in the options, I just added it to explain something. But the ones that are in options are interstitial and transcellular. Two of them are part of the extracellular fluid. And the extracellular fluid are the fluid outside the cell. So that means this one and this one are also outside the cell. But according to the question, it says the total of the fluid outside the cell. That's why it's not this or this, because two of them are part of this. So the answer is actually what? Extracellular fluid. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I said, interstitial fluid surrounds the cells and surrounds and beats the cells in tissues. So it fills the spaces between what? Cells. In fact, it's through interstitial fluid that the nutrients from the food you eat enters the what? The cells. And it's also through, of course, how does the food enter? Exchange between the blood and the cell. Is that fluid? That fluid must get the food you eat the nutrient from the food you eat must leave the blood vessels through capillary, mixed up with the what? Interstitial fluid before it will now do what? Enter the cells. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So it's very important for the exchange of nutrients between blood and cells. And at the same time, the waste product of metabolism from the cells leaves the cell. And it's also important in exchanging this waste product of metabolism from cells into the blood. from the capillary bed to the venules, from the venules to the veins. Then before it will now it will now enter larger veins that will take it to the superior or inferior vena cava, depending on the where it is coming from. If it's coming from the lower part of the body, it will enter inferior vena cava. If it's coming from the head down, it will enter the superior vena cava, and they will now enter the heart, from the heart to the lungs and other things. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's look at the next question.
So there's a question that you asked. You said plasma is found where? I couldn't answer the question. So I want to know.
I thought you answered it. Eh?
I said cell membrane, but you said no.
Okay. Actually, plasma is part of the blood. Plasma is part of the what? The blood. Blood itself is a tissue. So plasma is a liquid component of the blood. It makes up about 55% of the total blood volume. So plasma helps to transport the blood cells, nutrients, hormones, even waste product of metabolism throughout the body. So it's the plasma that plasma is the liquid component of the blood. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. The next question says, that should go to number 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It says fluids such as cerebrospinal fluid. Excuse me. Fluids such as cerebrospinal fluid. Let me sure nobody want. Okay, nobody want to join us. Okay, let's continue. I thought somebody was. Okay, fluids such as cerebrospinal. Can you see the board?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Okay. Cerebrospinal fluid. CSF. Fluids such as cerebrospinal fluid, synovial fluid, pleural fluid, synovial fluid, pleural fluid are collectively known as A, internal fluid, B, transcellular fluid, C, intracellular fluid, D, extracellular fluid. What's the answer? Are you there?
Yes, sir. Please, can you come again with the options? Sorry.
Okay. Option A says, let me write it down on the board. Let me write them on the board. Option A says internal fluid. Option B says transcellular fluid. Option C says intracellular. D, extracellular. cellular fluid. What's the answer?
Transcellular.
Transcellular fluid. Good. That's the answer. Transcellular fluid, as I said before now, they are specialized fluid that are produced. In fact, let me even talk about them a bit. Transcellular fluid are specialized fluid that are produced by epithelial tissues. Epithelial tissues. And one thing they do is that they are enclosed in the cavity. They are enclosed in the cavity. Something like CSF now, cerebrospinal fluid, is found in the subarachnoid spaces. Subarachnoid what? Spaces. We are talking about the brain now. Is that clear? The brain. Then
Yes, sir.
synovial fluid, as I said, is found in the joint. I think I said this one before now. Now, why pleural fluid? Pleural fluid, this one has to do with the thoracic cavity, the lungs. Is that clear? The lungs. And
Yes, sir.
anytime you hear pleural, anytime you hear pleural, it's talking about what? The lungs. Is that clear? Good.
Yes, sir.
Now, so they are subset of extracellular fluid. They are subset of extracellular fluid. So that's what we mean by what? Intracellular what? Fluids. Okay. So other options in internal fluid is just a an option coined to confuse you. Makes no sense in what you are saying. I've talked about intracellular fluid, so it's not intracellular fluid. Be careful, listen careful. If you're not careful, do you know there's how I can twist this question? The answer will become B. Do you know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but based on this question now, the answer is not B. Even though transcellular fluid is extracellular, but the answer is not extracellular because it's asking of specific type of extracellular fluid that you found. Look at the question again. It says fluids such as cerebrospinal fluid and lymph synovial fluid are collectively called transcellular because they are found in the cavities, body cavity outside the cell. Is that clear? Outside the
Yes, sir.
cell. All right. So they are just part of the what? Extracellular fluid. All right, let's go to the next question. The next question says, which feedback mechanisms amplifies a physiological change instead of opposing it? Which feedback mechanism amplifies a physiological change instead of opposing it? A. Homeostasis. B. Osmosis. C. Negative feedback. D. Positive feedback. I said feedback mechanisms. Okay, there's feedback here already. Feedback mechanisms. So what's the answer? Any idea?
It's between,
Huh?
I think it's between C and D, but I'm calculating the likelihood of positive feedback being the answer.
So what is the answer finally? Okay, don't worry, let me explain. The answer is positive feedback mechanism. That's the answer here. Positive feedback mechanism. So why is it for positive feedback mechanism? I will explain. Basically, the entire you the entire our entire even in your biology secondary school you read homeostasis, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. The body, whatever the body like, in fact, the body always want to maintain a balance. If there's any change in the body system, the body will look for a way to balance it. That is natural in the body. If your sugar level increases, maybe because you ate carbohydrate food and it will digest, the sugar level will increase. That one is normal. Now the body will look for it. If it increase beyond the level the body can tolerate, the body will look for a way to do what? Bring it down. That is the work of insulin.
Yes, sir.
The islet of Langerhans will be stimulated and everything, the pancreas to do what? Produce more insulin so that it will go to the blood and bring down the blood sugar. You have diabetes if there is a problem, maybe the problem from the pancreas or what have you. So that means the feedback will not be able to work. Now there is an increase in the blood sugar, but the body will try to bring it down. Increase in the blood sugar is a physiological change. Increase in the blood sugar is a physiological change. Now, if the body will now look for a way, do whatever you do to bring it down through insulin, it will break it down. This is a physiological change. This is the feedback of that physiological change. Blood sugar increase. The body will look for a way to bring it down by working through insulin to bring it down. This feedback, this is the change that happens. This is the feedback. I call it response. You see, are they the same thing or opposite? Hello?
They are opposites.
So this feedback now is opposite to the rest to the change. So this feedback is a negative feedback mechanism. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So the body, if I get greater percentage of whatever happens in the body, in an attempt for the body to bring it down, is through negative feedback mechanism. If your blood, then if the blood sugar come down, the body will also look for a way to start looking for where to what to break down so that there will be enough sugar in the body. If the blood sugar goes down, if the blood sugar goes down, the body will look for a way to look for such the body the system look for a way to break down some components so as to break off the body sugar. The change is this direction, but the response or the feedback is up. they are opposite. Is negative to the direction of the what? The change. So this is a negative feedback mechanism. So this is what happened in homeostasis. This is how the body try to bring the body to normalcy. Now, but the question says, which feedback amplifies increases the change? So it's not negative feedback. It's not what? Negative feedback.
Negative feedback.
Yeah. It is what? Positive feedback. There are some exceptions where the feedback is positive. Something like uterine contraction during labor. Uterine contraction during labor. This one is positive what? Feedback. Because the change will keep being amplified so that the baby can come out. No be so.
Na so.
So if the body goes and if the body mistakenly apply negative feedback when the baby is supposed to come out, maybe the baby's head has come out, the neck is there, then contraction will stop. What will happen?
The baby might just die now.
So have you not seen in uterine contraction is not negative, is not negative what? Feedback. The physiological change is that contraction, but the feedback is positive. It keep amplifying. In fact, that is what they pray for in the hospital, that contraction, so that the baby can come out. In fact, they even administer drug to enhance it, to tell you how serious it is. So this one now is a positive what? Feedback mechanism. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Another positive feedback another positive. I'm coming. Another positive feedback mechanism is blood clotting. I mentioned two positive feedback mechanisms: uterine contraction during labor. The other one is what? Blood.
Blood glucose reduction.
Blood. No, that one is negative feedback. I'm
Okay,
talking about
okay,
positive now. Blood clotting.
okay.
Blood clotting is a positive feedback mechanism. It's a positive feedback mechanism because once it starts, once the factors are activated, they will keep activating each other until the blood clots. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? So it amplifies everything so that it can achieve blood clotting. Is that clear? So
Yes, sir.
these are the two positive feedback we can talk about at this level in what? Human system, uterine contraction and blood clotting. So the answer is what? I have explained all the options, right? I've told
Sir.
you what homeostasis is. Homeostasis is trying the body is trying to maintain a stable internal environment. That is homeostasis. Now, of course, osmosis has no business with this question. Osmosis is just a passive process through which, passive movement of water or fluid across the semi-permeable membrane, even though, yes, it's also there to establish a balance in a way, yes, but it's not what the question is talking about. So let's go to the next question. Question 5. What is the name of the fluid that cushions? What is the name of the fluid that cushions? What is the name of the fluid that cushions and protects the brain and the spinal cord? A. Meningeal fluid. Meningeal fluid. B. Cerebrospinal fluid. C. Lumbar fluid. D. Cranial fluid. What is the answer?
Cerebrospinal fluid.
Good. Good. The answer is what? Cerebrospinal fluid. I'll explain that. And it's produced at the what? Subarachnoid space. It's produced at the it's there at the subarachnoid space, and it's actually produced by the choroid plexus. Choroid plexus. Choroid plexus. And it circulates around the brain and the spinal cord within the subarachnoid space. Subarachnoid space. So it cushions the neural tissues, the spinal cord, and the brain. So it helps them to have buoyancy, to be buoyant, so that they can, be comfortable and they protect them, and it protects them. Apart from protecting this brain and the spinal cord, they are also useful, important in what? Removal of what? Waste products. And at the same time, in the homeostasis of the ions in the brain and the spinal cord, homeostasis of the ions. So they have they play a supportive role in homeostasis of ions. Option A, meningeal fluid. This one is not even though yes, the meninges is a tissue layer that surround the brain. I agree. Spinal cord, I agree. But this is there to confuse you. It's not a standard name for this fluid, even though, yeah, if you're not careful, if you know that meninges, have you heard of the disease called meningitis?
No, sir.
It's a popular disease now. Meninges is a tissue layer that surround the brain and spinal cord. Now, this one now, if this meninges get inflamed, if meninges get inflamed, that's what we call meningitis. It's a serious disease condition. That was meningitis. Sorry, meningitis. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So meningeal fluid is not the answer. It's just there to do what? Confuse you. Then lumbar fluid. Lumbar fluid is also what was coined to confuse you. Is that clear? Yes.
Yes,
even
sir.
though sometimes it can be used informally, sharp. Cranial fluid. Cranial fluid is also the same thing, just there to confuse you. You know that the cranium is the head, right? Talk about the head region. So
Yes.
if you hear brain, if you hear brain as brain, your mind will see you say, hey, cranial fluid is the answer now. In fact, if you're not careful, if you see meningeal fluid, cerebrospinal fluid, and cranial fluid, you become confused.
Yeah, why I got it was because you explained earlier that the cerebral spinal
Uh-huh.
fluid protects the brain and the spinal cord.
Uh-huh. So let's continue. Okay, the next question, number 6, says, which of the following is not contained within the ventral body cavity? Which of the following is not contained within the ventral body cavity? Ventral body cavity. A. Lungs. B. Heart. C. Stomach. D. Spinal cord.
Spinal cord.
Why? Why do you say so?
Because ventral, in a skeleton, we have the ventral and the dorsal.
Okay.
The ventral has to do with the front, while the dorsal has to do with the back.
Good, good. So the answer is what? Spinal cord. In the body cavity, the ventral part of the body cavity, lungs, heart, and stomach are present there. So the spinal cord is actually found inside the vertebral column. Specifically, that is the vertebral canal, or whatever you want to call it, inside the vertebral canal or spinal canal of the vertebral column. So, and it's located in the dorsal part of the body. So the dorsal cavity, basically, the dorsal cavity consists of what? The cranial and the vertebral cavities. Note that point. The dorsal cavities consist of the cranial and the vertebral cavities. While the vertebral cavity contains the thoracic, all the organs of the thorax and all the organs of the abdomen and pelvis, officially known as the thoracic and the abdominopelvic organs. This one is in the ventral cavity. Is that clear? The ventral cavity.
Yes, sir.
Specifically, I said, let me not mix words. It seems I mixed up some words. I said that the spinal cord is found where? Inside the vertebral canal or spinal canal, vertebral column. And it is at the dorsal cavity. So the dorsal cavity basically consists of the cranial cavity and the vertebral cavity. Cranial cavity and the vertebral cavities. This one is the dorsal cavities. Now, if you go to the the ventral cavities of the body, ventral cavity, and I mix up some things here. I'm trying to correct it. If you go to the ventral cavity contains basically the thoracic organs and the abdominal organs and pelvic organs. That's why I say abdominopelvic, combining the two of them. So you see things like lungs, heart, and stomach are seen in the option. So which cavity? Where do we find lungs? Is it which cavity?
The ventral.
No, go down into the ventral. Be specific. I said that ventral, we have the thoracic and abdominal pelvic organs, or basically we have the thoracic cavity, we have the abdominal cavity, we have the pelvic. So where do we find the lungs?
Abdominal cavity.
The lungs.
Okay,
Eh?
no,
What are you
it's
saying?
thoracic. It's thoracic.
I feel like putting my hand now and knock your head now.
It's thoracic.
So
I misused my distance. My English is thoracic.
is what of hearts?
Thoracic.
Stomach.
Abdominal pelvic.
Eh?
No,
Be specific.
abdomen.
Abdominal cavity. Okay.
Abdominal cavity.
Okay. So, do you have any question? Because our time has elapsed. Any question?
For now, no question.
All
But
right. Thank you very much.
I'll go and do more research concerning the
Please do.
topic.
Please do.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very
Thank you,
much
sir.
for your
All right, sir.
attention.
Thank you, sir.
The
Thank
topic
you, sir.
is can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
The topic is body fluids. The topic is body fluids and body cavity. The topic is body fluid, body cavities. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much for your
Thank you,
attention.
sir. Thank you, sir, for your
Tomorrow,
teaching.
tomorrow we will be looking at. I think our lecture tomorrow should be dispensing. I think our lecture tomorrow should be dispensing. Let me confirm, please. Let me confirm, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes, it's dispensing. It's dispensing. All right, see you tomorrow.
All right, sir.
Keep sharing the flyer so that not only you will be enjoying this.
Okay, sir.
All right, see you next time tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.